abundance, gratitude, abundance to all, gratitude, abundance to all, supreme abundance to all. Hey, I've been watching all over social media, people. I see what's going on all over social media. I see our Star family. I see the things that are cooking up in the atmosphere. I see things that are cooking up on the ground, on this 3D level. I see it all, man. I see it all. Y'all think the problem is that we see it as a whole, but we turn a deaf ear and a blind eye to it as a whole. So before I go any further, woman, child, and man, cosmos and earth, eternal light, each one reach one. This is how we grow. I see you, my brothers and sisters. I see you. The title, mental fear is mental illness. And that's the worst thing that we can be in as a group of species, is to be in fear. And that leads directly to all kinds of illnesses to our bodies, no matter if it's the breakdown of our immune system, our lymphatic system, our glymphatic system that pushes out the toxic chemicals from the cells throughout the body, through your neurons, through your brain, the cleansing of the body as a whole. And when you in fear, you hold on to those type of things. So the thing is that I want to say to my brothers and sisters, or I have a question. How are we allowing, and I'm going to say this every time, how are we allowing the same species, that bloodline, who abused you, enslaved you, and made you have to walk around with a piece of paper in order for you to be free, similar to the same shit they doing in South Africa, in order for you to work in certain towns? How are we allowing these same people to educate our children? How are we allowing these same people to teach our children? We're never going to win. It's not about winning. We're never going to be free and happy as a species. So how are we allowing this to take place? I just left out of the sauna, my people. That's why I'm all sweaty, get my morning workout in. But why are we allowing this to take place? And then we have so many people that have issues, or you don't have an issue with me. You really have an issue with yourself. You want to make it seem like the issue is with me, but the issue is with yourself, because you allowed this shit to take place in your immediate household, and you're not speaking up about it no matter where you're at, and you're allowing it to continue to take place out of the false sense of security of love, because that's what it is. We don't want to not be loved by no one, because if we ain't loved by no one, and that means we a bad person, we not good. But who are you looking to be loved by? What's up, John? How you doing, my brother? Abundance. Who are you looking to be loved by? That's the question. So, as I sit here and I think about these things on a day-to-day basis. Like you don't understand how deep mental illness really got to go for people to get up in front of these cameras, to get up on these social media platforms, and to literally use their intellect to try to provide or prove their innocence, knowing good and well that they're lying. Like, do you not know how dangerous that is? Do you not know the mind a person has to have to really, knowing that they pulled off an act or something, to continuously to believe or press that they didn't do something? And it's the same thing with the artificial race. I told you, so-called black people are worse than the eukaryotic cell organism. The eukaryotic cell organism have a reasoning. a scientific biological reasoning on why it acts the way it acts today. Period. In life. It has a scientific biological reasoning. The Asian man, the Arab man, the white man, the eukaryotic cell mix organisms, meaning that mixed genetic sequences, DNA, to make up one living organism. They have a neurological issue, a biological issue, a genetic issue on why they perform the acts and why they have the similar characteristics of file animals. They literally. But on our end, what is really our excuses? Slavery? I mean, I'm speaking about the ones that are not, let's leave the people alone in the hood. The people that can't read cat in the hat. Or I don't want to say we can't read. We don't want to. We don't want to push ourselves because it ain't nothing that we can't do. They can't create shit that we can't master like that. Just understand that. They can't create nothing that we can't master because we master death better than they do. They just get an enjoyment out of killing each other. See, we don't get an enjoyment out of that, but we master death better than they do. Look at how we rap about it, how we sing about it, how we dance about it. Look at the movies and roles that we take when it comes down to it. Huh? The only time a black man can go from continent to continent and killing and destroying people when it's come to protecting a white woman or a white man. Equalizer. And name any other assassin movie that black man was the assassin and was supposedly been good. The only time he can do that is when he's protecting the white man. That's it. Or white woman. White man can go from Jason Bourne can go from South America to North America to down in the Cayman Islands all the way to fuck up to Siberia and Russia. And he can slaughter all day long. And we can't even kill in the name of our own children. A Time to Kill, when Samuel L. Jackson killed those two white guys for raping and abusing his daughter. He had to go on trial for that and needed another man and needed a white man to have empathy for him to say, hey, he was justified in what he was doing. You see? We are literally, when I sit there and I think about us, I'm talking about the people that are the educated people of us, the so-called leaders and teachers. I'm just asking you, how are we still in the same conditions? How are our people, how are we allowing the same bloodline that had a whole island, Barbados, a camp, to experiment and abuse women and children? How are we allowing this to happen? And we're letting the same people teach our children. Because the people that orchestrated slavery and the abuse through slavery was the same people that was putting together a curriculum, an education program. Same people that was putting together an economic program. They said, we're going to do this now, but we setting this up so our children don't have to do the physical abuse. They could just sit back and just do the psychological abuse. This is sad. And a lot of us, and I'm with y'all when some of us talk about unity, I'm with that. But I don't really believe and trust that it's unity. I don't think it is that. Because we already together. It ain't you can always find you can find a black neighborhood just like you can find a Chinatown. Nothing but Asian people. We already together. See, you don't understand. And I told y'all universal law and manifestation. We didn't come here to learn our powers. We came here to master them. But we have been limited into what we are allowed to master. See, we can master manifestation, but we can only master the manifestation that they have implanted inside of our minds as children. You want to be a school teacher, a football player, a basketball player, a rapper, an actress. You want to be so-called president of the United States. You want to be in the political realm. You want to be a business owner. You want to be a dominant athlete. See, we can only, that's the manifestations that we are doing. We manifest the clock, the calendar. We manifest in our day through their vision. We don't have a vision. So this is why I want people that independent people like myself have our own vision, and we can see the world for what it is and not the way that they want you to see it. This is why our own brothers and sisters get mad at us. Y'all not mad at me. Y'all not mad at me consciously. You're mad at me subconsciously because you're mad at yourself. And how did he see, but I didn't see? How did she see, but I didn't see? And they are manifesting their life. So on a camera, it might look like my life is better than yours or your life is better. No, it's not. My vision is better than yours. That's just all it is. Your vision lies in someone else's man, another man or another woman. My vision lies with me. See, that's the difference. My vision starts with me and my species and everything that is natural. My vision doesn't start with them. Slavery. And from slavery, you needed to be educated. See, that's why they have to have us all together, because this is the only way this is going to work. All of us don't believe in sitting at the deli or speakeasy and drinking early in the daytime. Some of us do. All of us don't believe in getting Chinese food early in the morning or eating pizza in the morning. Some of us do. All of us may not believe in getting up and going to work, but we all believe in the clock. Some of us may not even believe in the calendar, but we all believe in the birthday. See, this is the issue. They got to keep you together. So I just say to my brothers and sisters, fear is mental illness. And there's nothing else. Mental illness is fear. You are in fear to take back your natural divine right, which is your consciousness. You are in fear of that. And because you are in fear of that, you don't live your true life, and you get upset at somebody else that you would assume that are living a better life than you. But they only living a better life than you based upon how they perceive the world. See? So when you see somebody that's on camera and you like, damn, this motherfucker got a Rolls Royce, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker taking trips. That's because you perceive that world. So therefore they're living better than you. See? That's what you believe in. You think that's happiness. But what you don't realize is those people do the same shit you do. Sit around sometimes all day and be like, it's boring. Yeah, these same people, but these people find other things to do, like reading a book, educating themselves, strengthening their mind in another category. So being bored to them is being around people that is lazy mentally. So that's boring to me. I don't want to be around you. You make me boring because you're lazy mentally. You're not challenging nothing. I can't have a virtuous conversation with you because you're limited on your thinking. So I literally just sit there and I question. We want to get relationships always have a problem until that phallus and vagina meet each other. You understand? You don't never hear nobody's talking shit in the beginning before that phallus and vagina meet each other. Oh man, I got a problem with this person. Oh, this person, this, that, and the third. Oh, this person. But before that vagina and phallus met each other, everybody was good. But once they met up with each other, now it's issues, it's problems. We need to be sitting down talking to somebody. Why? The whole issue is that you are being educated by another species, whether you're in school or whether it's through television programming and environmental programming. You are being programmed by another species to conduct yourself the way that they compartmentalize you to do. That's it. So until you realize that as a species individually and collectively, this is why me and the brother was in the gym talking the other day, brother George Macon. And you know what he asked me? He said, so with that being said, what do you think has to take place in order for black people, for us to really come together? I said, let me explain something to you. It ain't going to be nothing for males to come together. Males are naturally going to come together. We're going to know who the slimy mother French toast is, and we're going to know who ain't. We're going to know who to trust and know who ain't by the calculation, by the decisions that they are making. Women, on the other hand, they're going to have it hard. It's going to take death. They have to see death immediately in their immediate families, their immediate loved ones, and in their environment. They have to see complete death in order for them to change. And when she see death, then she will change. That's the problem. She has to see death. This is no disrespect. I value and I love all my sisters, all my mothers of humanity. No make a difference what you are doing with your life. I still value you and I still appreciate you. And I'm still 10 toes down out here, and I trust and believe in all of us. But I'm going to tell you right now, from what I see, what's going on with us, it's going to take death in order for you to literally wake up and see this shit for what it is. Point blank and simple. And I sincerely value you. I appreciate you. I love y'all. Listen, I'm going to do another live later on today. But let me get myself ready because I just got out the gym. I want to get in the shower. And I want to start my day because I got to go to work. Y'all already know. I mean, again, my videos are not to cause dysfunction. My videos are not to cause confusion. My videos are not for hatred and racism. My videos is for the fact that our people, my people, all life on this planet needed to take inventory in themselves as individually and collectively with their species. There is no way in the world that you can allow, you're not going to find no Jewish person take their children to a school that respects Hitler. You're not going to see that. Point blank and simple. You're not going to see it. So why are we doing it to ourselves? That's all I'm saying. So until we get over that fear of belief, we have the fear that we can't even teach ourselves as individuals. Let's start with that. We have the fear that we can't even educate ourselves as individuals. We have the fear that we can't even educate our children. Do you not know how many people sometimes ask me and be like, well, Kala, I want to learn anatomy. What's the best way to learn anatomy? And then I want to reiterate it to my children. You have to learn it first. You have to get a clear understanding of it. You have to, when you speak anatomy, you got to be able to be visualizing cells, molecules, protein enzymes, DNA. You have to be able to visualize that as you are speaking it. You understand? So, because as you are speaking it, you can actually see the formation. You can actually see the blood flowing. You can actually see the cells forming. You have to be able to see that as you are speaking it. And when you are able to see that, then that way you're able to reiterate it to your children better. So don't just read the books just to say, okay, I learned this part and I learned a few anatomy words. No, you have to be able to visualize what you are actually speaking about. When you speak about the brain, certain parts of the brain, the gyrus, the sulcus, the ridges, the separation in between the brain, the temporal lobe from the frontal lobe, the occipital lobe from the parietal lobe. You have to be able to visualize and see this. And when you're able to see that, then you can easily reiterate it to your 3-year-old, 2-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old. But what we are doing is we're reading it and try to pile all the information in to make it seem like, okay, granted, I got this part now. No, but you don't really get it until you can reiterate it to your future. That's when you get it. See, when you can reiterate it to your future, no matter if it's the bloodline that came from you or the bloodline that we are all a part of, you understand, that come from the stars, that's when you know you got it. I value, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all, woman, child, and man, cosmos and earth, eternal light, each one, reach one. This is how we grow. I see you, my brothers and sisters. Listen, I told you I was going to do that video with the antigens and the blood thing. I'm still going to do it, my people. Just bear with me. You know, I'm the type of person, like, when I start reading things and doing things, like, I got to get into that mode because I literally have been working back and forth, going back and forth between my job, you know what I mean? And just getting myself, you know what I mean, you know, ready. But when I go on here and do this live, because I'm gonna go over chromosomes, I'm gonna go over the chromosomes, I'm gonna go over the membrane, I'm gonna go over the Golgi apparatus, I'm gonna go over different DNA sequences that are inside of our genetics that are different from each other. You know what I mean, as far as from our race into other race, and then I'm gonna get into the antigens as well. So I value, I appreciate y'all, my people. Listen, just bear with me because I'm not a teacher. I'm just a beacon of light. So when I get on here, that way somebody, because I might miss something, and somebody be like, no, Kala, what about this? Thank you. I need that. We got to understand that we all have a piece of this puzzle inside of our hearts. And once we open up our heart chakra to this piece of puzzle, you know what I mean? You will understand that. Then you will see how important your brother is, your sister is. You'll see how important that we are individually and collectively. Have an amazing, supreme, cosmic day. Protect yourself at all times with knowledge, sunlight, chlorophyll, distilled water, and 3D human free. Kalama'at, Amunra, God gene for life. Some blood, some blood, some blood. I am not back. I am not black. Yizzo is not about one love. It's about whole love. Some blood, some blood, some blood. Abundance. Peace.